I decided not to fully assemble this one because I'm not gonna use it, and right now if I assemble it, I feel like I'm not gonna be able to pull it apart, and it's just gonna take a lot more space than it should. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't take it apart anymore, so it's gonna get assembled. You have an option of using this one, apparently, or this one. This puts it at a tilt. This one puts it at a straight flat. And I think we'll use this. I guess we can use. There's a proper way of putting this on, otherwise it won't come in completely. There's nothing that says top or front or anything, so just make sure it fills in all. There's a rectangular spot in here that it goes in specifically. All right, so as you can see from the assembly, I went ahead and took advantage of the fact that my tail keeps on falling off or is very, very loose. So I took it off and had it stand up so I can install the bottom guns or whatever they're called. This is really, really cool to look at. It's quite something to see assembled, as you can see. This does come up, as you can see. This also comes up. I didn't tab it in, so it's easier for me to open. I was very careful putting this in because this is transparent plastic or clear plastic, and we know that sometimes there is this thing called a belief that with clear plastic it's more brittle than regular plastic. So when you're installing it, just be careful, because if you break off, there's like two thin points of contact of plastic here. If you break that off, you're kind of done and gone, you know. But there's a sense of ratchet going on with this. This rotates. This one should come up within reason, because it's going to hit the canopy, unless I suppose you open it up. Then you'll be able to have it go up higher. Oh, I have this one wrong. Huh. That's weird. So, interestingly enough, the wings turn. So why does this have here? Is this removable? It is removable. It's kind of ugly to look at, so like I'll put it off to the side so I don't see the hole over here. I'm pretty sure I have it installed correctly, unless I suppose, no, I'm pretty sure that's correctly installed. Yeah. I've shown you the detail already, so I don't need to go close up, but I do want to do a turnaround of it so you can see how it looks. I want to look at the ladder system because something interesting about this. It's kind of, this instruction is like completely, almost completely useless. It shows you some stuff, but it doesn't show you a lot. Like for example, the light system, you just do 1, 2, and 3, but it shows you, I guess, which one the lights affect or something. But and you can kind of say it's after 2 minutes it turns off. It's all pictures. It's pictographs. There's no explanation whatsoever. So by the drawing, it looks like the ladder system, this is supposed to open. This one, I suppose. Release. Okay, so, oh, interesting. It pulls out and then like that. Huh, interesting to do it that way. So, oh, so the secondary ladder. That's why it has that notch in the wing that I saw. And that's where the ladder over here, not really notches, but I mean, it has something to kind of grab onto. You see that? Yeah. It's not supposed to be there like on a permanent fix. It's just something in there. So like I said, the lights turn off after 2 minutes. And Where's the switch is over here. So pressing once turns on the cockpit and the blue lights over here. Pressing a second time, you see that? It changed the outer part. Cockpit is still lit. Pressing it 3 times, then the inside and the outside are both lit. I don't think the cockpit light changes. Oh, it does. Look at that. All right, so blinking lights over there. I don't know if that changes. Let me see. That's the third one. That's the first one, so it's not blinking. I don't think there's any changes on the second one. Oh, and that's the third one. The flickering of the lights, that's not visible in regular eyesight. That's just on the camera. The only thing that changed is the blinking yellow over there. Let me see. Let's do that again. Yeah. And let me show you the cockpit for the gunner, which I forgot to show. Oh, it has lights in there too. Interesting. I didn't know that. Really cool. So I think let's pull off the panel and replace it with the damage. See, the lights are going off on this one. So this, I guess the third one is like Mayday, Mayday, or something like a damage system. That's a pretty cool effect, huh? For the gun, if you want him to be firing in front, maybe this one. Okay, so for those of you who are thinking of getting a classified scale G.I. Joe Sky Striker, here's my 3D printed one. It's not done yet. I still have to sand it again because I'm not really quite satisfied with the clean finish in this one. Now, 3D printing allows me the opportunity to print something this big, which I'm not sure if Hasbro is going to be able to do this, guys, because honestly, if they do, I could imagine it will be at least $500. But with 3D printing opportunity, it doesn't quite have the finish, the smooth finish of this one over here. It takes me a long time just to get it to that state. And but this cost me probably around, I can't remember now, maybe $50 or $60 worth of filament. So it doesn't really compare to the price, but the quality of work or the finish will only depend on how good you are with the finishing and everything. So in terms of length, this is gonna be a problem. I'll do it handheld if I can, just to show off the length of this thing compared to what the length of, as you can see, it's like tail to tail, the length of what a Sky Strike would be. But man, don't these look beautiful together? So I mean, like if Hasbro does a Haslab or GI Joe 1/12 classified scaled Sky Striker, I think you guys are in for a treat. Even for me, I might buy one. So here's the thing, right? Before I bought the 3D printer, I bought two of these. But if I had had a 3D printer, I would have just bought one and then 3D printed the rest. So one as a representative of what Haslab is or can do, and then the rest will be 3D printed. Because can you imagine a bunch of these at 1/12 scale? Where would you put it? I don't even know where I'm gonna put the Sky Striker. I just did that for fun to see if I can do it without even thinking where am I gonna put it. That's not how I think. Of course, now I do have to kind of think about that. So let me get some more vehicles and we'll do some more comparisons. So here's a Dragonfly, and I kid you not, this kind of surprised me. In terms of the length, it's almost as long as the Rattler, if not just as long as the Rattler, the Dragonfly. That really surprised me. It's more narrower, of course, especially the tail. As you can see, the tail of the Dragonfly is almost touching the metal railing of my cabinet. So, hold on a second. I'm not joking. It's the same length. The Dragonfly is the same length as the Rattler. Nose to nose, not including the gun of the Dragonfly. Yeah. So obviously it's a little bit narrower in terms of the tail, but here's the front of that, and here's the front of the Dragonfly. Move that out of the way. Narrower than the Rattler, but not by much. That is funny. That was unexpected. Of course, this thing has wings and it has the VTOL capability, but still kind of funny to think. I don't remember how much the Dragonfly was. Maybe what, $199 or $225. So definitely cheaper than the Rattler. Oh man, I don't even know how much the Rattler cost. All right, so I packed it in with the His Tank, the Awe Striker, and the Ramen Hunter Tank toys. Ramen toys, Hunter Tank, so you can guys see. In terms of comparison, I put it in like this anyway, so I can figure out the space issue that I'm gonna have. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, because the space that I have designed for, I don't think it will work, but we'll have to try and see. I just anyway, let me put this on a stand and we'll do the value. So value, 325 for the Rattler with 3 figures, taking off $75 makes it $250. This is $250 without the figures. This is $199 without the figures. This is $180 without figure. The new Arctic His Tank is going to be $175 without the figure. So those are the kind of base prices of the vehicle. So what did I say? It was 325 minus 75 is 250. I'm not counting the patch. That's crap. 250 for the size of this thing is, man. The TIE Advanced Darth Vader, that's in TVC scale at 3.75, has a figure. I believe it's 175 or 150. I'm not sure. So it's probably around 125. This is again 199. This is 180. I don't remember what this one was. So this is 250. The value in this one is immense. But I do have some reservations. Like my tail is loose, so that kind of bums me out. The VTOL and then the fold-up wings is amazing. 225, man. It's an easy 12 in terms of value. I'm wondering if I should give it a value of 15, but from 12 to 15 is a big jump. So I'll give it maybe a 13 or a 14. Value of 15 is an awesome value. I don't know if uh, I regret getting a second one because I can always 3D print it. But when I 3D print it, it won't have these features. It'll be just a flat visual representation of the Rattler. And I don't think it has as much detail as this one. Of course, it's going to cost me less to do in terms of material. But for regular people, I think this is a good value. I know you missed out on this one. I think the price of $225 for this as a base vehicle is an amazing deal. It just doesn't fit in my collection anymore because it's so freaking big. You can't, something like this, it's nice to have in your collection, but it would be nicer to have at least two. Maybe more. But if you can find a space, it will be awesome to look at. And then if they decide to do a Sky Striker G.I. Joe classified Sky Striker, guys, it's an amazing visual.
Just a quick update. This is what happened to the spot I've relegated to the vehicles for the 1/12 scale G.I. Joes. I've got it compacted. I'm really ashamed that I just don't have the space, and I've got the Dragonfly stacked onto the Rattler. But at least it's here inside the collection space. And yeah, there's I wish it could be better. I think I might have a better solution than just having on top of the Rattler. But at least I got all the vehicles until the Snowcat comes, and that's going to be a different problem. But that's not for at least another year or so. Right now, all my Joe vehicles are in. Striker is the only one I couldn't fit, so I had to put him here. But this is my duplicate row anyway. So yeah, so back to the main video.
I think that's pretty much it. My review has gone on pretty long. I think I'm gonna split. I think I split this two ways because I think it's over an hour. But definitely a great value. I know $325 was a hard pill to swallow, especially with only 3 figures. But having seen this, having held it, I think it's just a great piece. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys kind of found it informative and enjoyable. And I'll see you guys on my next review. Bye.